Well, good morning, my friend, and welcome to the Pastor's Podcast this Thursday morning. Good to have you along with me as we continue on throughout the week. What a great service we had last night here at the Maranatha Baptist Church. People saved and people baptized in the services last night. Great crowd. A lot of people out of town, but man, great crowd. And of course, here we are on another day. Boy, it's been a hot week. We're supposed to cool down for a couple of days. Looking forward to that on tomorrow and Saturday. Looking forward to the cool down. We've been in triple-digit heat here for the last few days. And boy, I tell you what, that really wears you out just a little bit. But I'm thankful for the Lord and for air conditioning, what he's doing. And thankful for what God's doing here at Maranatha Baptist Church as we get ready for the school year and have a meeting tonight with the parents from our school. And looking forward to be able to talk to the school about them just a little bit tonight. Hope that wherever you are, I'd encourage you, get your children into the Christian school. Make the sacrifice to do it. The public school system is just not the greatest system anymore. It's not what it was when you was a child. And it probably wasn't the greatest when you was a child, and you know that. Just a whole different world we live in today. It's more of an indoctrination than it is an education. And they're indoctrinating them in the ways of the world, not in the ways of the Lord. And try to encourage you, get your children into Christian school. I think it'd be a great thing to do. And I think it would be a helpful thing to you. Well, today, let's talk about our work ethic and the late night candle. The Bible says in Proverbs 31:18, she perceiveth that her merchandise is good. And here's the phrase I want you to notice. Her candle goeth not out by night. There are many character traits that should be pointed out about this virtuous woman, but I think one of her great character traits that she had was her work ethic. She was a mother who had to care for her children and a wife that had to make sure her husband's needs were met, but she still found time to get work done. Even if she had to work through the night, she made sure that she accomplished what needed to be done. Now, this virtuous woman was not a lazy person. She was industrious, and when what needed to be done to get done was not yet accomplished, late at night, you could see her candle burning through the window of her house as she worked late into the night. I often hear people make these statements about how busy they are, but it's amazing how much time they have to scroll through their social media accounts, run around with their friends, and watch television. Now, all this time that could be used to work is used doing things that are wasting time. Not only is there much time wasted on entertainment, there are still the evening hours when work can be done. The work ethic of most people is very much lacking. You'll never find a productive person who works only 8 hours a day. Those who are the most productive and successful in society use the early morning hours and the late night hours to work. I want to share some thoughts with you about having a good work ethic first. You cannot love to play and accomplish much work at the same time. You can play, but you won't achieve. Achievement is accomplished through hard work and long hours of working. When fun is the only thing that determines what you put your mind to, you're going to find poverty will be your situation of life. God made us to work and not to play. I know that's not popular in today's world. And you'll always feel more fulfilled after a day of hard work than you ever will after a day of play. Now, I'm not saying that having some time to play is bad. I'm saying work will always bring more fulfillment than playing ever will. Second, the early morning hours are a great time to work. I find my most productive time of the day is the early mornings. Most people are not up at that time, which allows me to get more things done. My phone's not ringing. No one's emailing me. No one's texting me. So I get up early in the morning. I'm an early morning riser. For instance, this morning, I got up a little bit earlier than normal this whole week, really. Been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And that doesn't make me spiritual. I just get up that time so I can get some things done. But I'm an early morning riser. And I would imagine, I really believe, right now, I've been up for over 4 hours. In these 4 hours, I probably accomplished more than the average person gets done in a whole 8-hour day who wakes up later. Now, the reason why is because there's a lot of time to work early in the morning. You see, you'll find that by rising early, your mind is the freshest and the most productive time to think. So use the early morning hours to work. You'll always get more done if you develop this trait of getting up early. I really believe God gave us those early morning hours to get things done. Look in the scriptures how often God talks about early in the morning. I believe there's something about it. You say, well, preacher, I'm not an early morning riser. That all depends what you mean by early morning riser. Anybody can become that if they go to bed earlier at night. You start waking up early in the morning, you could go to sleep at night. I promise you that. Try getting up. Okay, if you don't get up at 6 o'clock, maybe later, then get up at 6 o'clock for the next 2 weeks. You're going to find you'll go to bed a whole lot earlier because you get tired. You need the rest. So I'm saying use early morning hours. Third, the late night hours must be used when you need to finish things that need to get done. This virtuous woman knew she had to work late into the night to get her responsibilities done. Now, I'm not saying that it needs to be done. It needs to be a nightly thing. But you'll find many hours must be spent at night finishing tasks that must be accomplished. One thing I'm very certain of is if you work in the night, you won't have time to get into trouble. That I know. So instead of wasting money and getting into trouble, use your night hours to accomplish tasks that must get done instead of putting them off until the next day. Now, if you're married, you got to be careful because you got a wife, you got children you need to spend time with. But I'm saying those night hours, you can do some work in the night hours after the children go to bed and learn how to work late in the night. Fourth, let sleep aid your work ethic. Now, don't live to sleep, but sleep so you can live and work. Now, you will have a poor work ethic if you sleep long hours. And I think most people, now this is my opinion, I think these doctors that say 8 hours of rest, I think that's a bunch of hogwash. It's just me talking here now. I think that people can live on less than 8 hours of sleep. I've been doing it for years. But you do need rest. A little nap in the middle of the day will give you some energy. And I say a nap, a good 10-minute little power nap. Set your alarm and just fall asleep. That alarm will wake you up. Now don't get this little twinkle toe type of an alarm. Make that alarm that loud buzzing noise, that bump kind of noise, and that'll help you to get up when that alarm goes off. You won't sleep through that if you put a lot of times when I'll take a nap almost every afternoon. I'll put that phone right here in my chest, and if that alarm goes off, I'll hear it go off. Now I'm saying the sluggard who sleeps many hours and late into the morning won't accomplish a lot of things. But you got to get some energy, and sleep does give us that energy, but we got to use that daylight and use some sleep and work hard and rest at night. You see, God blesses those who work hard. That principle of giving, how much work ethic you give, God gives you in return. Can I say this? While you're working, get off your phone. Stop walking around with a phone and just doing this all the time, looking at your phone. You're wasting time. Set your phone down and get your work done. You can check social media later on. If your boss will say, can I check your phone, see how often you've been on social media during the work day? I wonder what they'd find out. Now, don't waste those times. Don't waste those hours. We can get a lot accomplished, my friend, but we got to take these things and develop a good work ethic. I'd encourage you to get this work ethic that I talked about this morning developed in your life. I do a lot of things around this church, around the pastor, and I can't get it all done during the daytime. So I use the early morning hours, use the late night hours. I'll take a little nap in the daytime, just a small one to give me some extra energy because I get up so early. But I work hard. And if you do these things, my friend, I promise you, you'll be able to get more things done in your day if you develop a good work ethic. Well, I hope this is a great help to you today. Now, let's remember today, hey, be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time.